Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope everyone is doing good. Please remember, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up and share. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I hit 43,000 subscribers on Sunday, so I'm so happy. So thank you everyone that has subscribed and watches and comments. Today I am going to show you how I made this fun Halloween Deco Mesh wreath. So for this wreath, you're going to need the Witch's Inn sign from Dollar Tree. You're going to need some witches' legs, and I picked mine up at Dollar General. You will need some ribbon with wire for a bow. You will need a witch hat. You're going to need some 10-inch Deco mesh, and it will take 2 rolls, and I ordered mine from Craft Outlet. You will need some floral wire, your wire cutters, a glitter spider, and I think that's about it to get started. And I am using quite a bit of ribbon on this wreath. You will also need a tinsel work wreath, and mine is the 16-inch, and it was purchased at Hobby Lobby. Next, you're going to take your Deco mesh and you're going to cut it into strips, and you will cut at 36 inches. It's easier for me to go ahead and just cut all of my Deco mesh at 36 inches. Make sure on your tinsel wreath form that you go around it, making sure that your tinsels are pointed up toward the ceiling. For this Deco mesh wreath, we are going to be using the Woodland Ruffle Method. So you'll need a chip clip or a clothespin. So first you're going to take it and just roll about 3 or 4 little rolls on the end, then add a chip clip. Go to the other end, and you'll want your Deco mesh to curl toward the ceiling. Just roll 3 or 4 times, and then take your fingers and just walk it up your Deco mesh until you get to the other end, and then just remove the little chip clip and hold your little ruffle. And then you're going to go to your tinsel on your work wreath, and I started with the inner circle, but you can start on the outer circle. It does not matter, just so you get a ruffle in each tinsel. That's what's important. And then after you have your Deco mesh in, make sure you kind of spread it out and make the flower shape. Same steps. Roll your Deco mesh about 3 or 4 times, put a clip on it, go to the other end, roll it 3 or 4 times, and then take your fingers and just walk your fingers up the Deco mesh. Then gather it tightly in your hand, and you have a really pretty ruffle there. Go to the next tinsel, put the Deco mesh in it all the way down to the metal frame, then give the tinsel a twist. Fluff your Deco mesh, and continue the same process until the entire wreath is full of Deco mesh. This Deco mesh is a fabric Deco mesh, and it's much easier to work with. It's really good quality. I ordered it online from Craft Outlet. Let me know in the comments section below where you like to order your Deco mesh from if you order online. I really like Craft Outlet, but I'd also like to, check out some other shops too. Just remember to fluff the Deco mesh after you put it in your tinsel. And so this is how it looks with 1 roll. So I'm ready to start on my 2nd roll, and it almost takes 2 complete rolls of this 10-inch Deco mesh. But I just love the colors, and Deco mesh still, even though this is fabric, it still wants to stick together kind of. So you just have to be patient, but this is it when it's finished, and it looks so pretty and full and fluffy. I just love the Woodland Ruffle Method. I don't know who came up with this method, but I really like it because it has the curls on each end, and so there's less fraying, and I just like the way it looks on a wreath. Next, I'm doing some tails, and I'm cutting mine at 15 inches, and this ribbon also came from Craft Outlet, and so did the lime green ribbon. I did not place a tail in every tinsel where I placed my bow. I skipped those tinsels because I knew that, you know, I was going to have quite a bit of ribbon already there. So it's kind of optional how many ribbons or how many tails you want to put on your wreath. So if you like a lot of ribbon like I do, then just go for it. Or if you're limited on ribbon, you know, then just maybe every other tinsel. Then just pinch the ribbon together and find your tinsel and just twist it right in. And that's all you have to do. Just fluff the tails. Make sure you dovetail the ends too. That dresses up your ribbon. The lime green or neon green and the black and white ribbon with the purple, that's one of my favorite color combinations, especially for Halloween. I just think it's really cheerful and kind of whimsical. So this wreath has a lot of ribbon on it. I know that some people are going to fuss at me and say that's too much ribbon, but you just have to do it to whatever makes you happy. And so for the witch legs, I zip tied mine in and I left the sticks on them long because I might want to reuse them next year on another wreath. I first took a tiny zip tie and zip tied both legs together, and then I took a bigger one and zip tied them to the metal frame, and then the longer parts of the wooden sticks I put them in the tinsel so that it would not move. Now here I'm going to show you how to make a fun bow for this wreath. So I'm using 3 different colors of ribbon. So I'm starting with a 1.5 inch width. So let out a tail, make a loop, pinch it tightly, go to the other side, try to make a loop the same size as your first one. Then you're just going to go back and forth, keeping it pinched tightly in your hand, trying to make the loops the same size on each side until you get the bow the size you want, and then let out a tail. Next, I'm going to place my second color, which is this cute Frankenstein ribbon, also from Craft Outlet, that's 2.5 inch width. I'm placing it right behind the lime green ribbon. Let out a tail. Now you're going to make a loop. Try to make it just a little bit bigger than the green loops. And sometimes you have to twist your ribbon to keep the design on top. So just remember, if it's not lining up right, just give it a twist, and that way you can keep the design on top. So the green's staying, that's my first color, and it's 1.5 inch. The second color's 2.5 inch, and on the second color I'm making my loops just a little bit larger, and I did a double bow on it. So just try to get the loops the same size, kind of check yourself, then let out a tail. And now I'm going to be using my third color, which is the black and white ribbon, and it's 2.5 inch width. Start by letting out a tail. Now this is quite a bit of ribbon to hold when you use 3 colors, and I'm just doing a single bow with it. Now I'm making my loops a little bit larger than the orange loops. Then after I get my bow made, I'll let out a tail, and you'll want to have some floral wire close by to wrap it tightly around the center of this bow. I am using 20 gauge floral wire, and you can pick it up at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Michael's, Dollar Tree, places like that. So just make sure you get it wrapped tightly around all 3 colors, then go to the back, pull it tight, give those wires a few twists. Now if you don't have floral wire, you could use a pipe cleaner, and then don't forget to dovetail the ends, and then fluff your loops, pull your tails forward, fluff your loops. Ribbon with wire makes the prettiest bows because the loops will stand up. And now I have been adding something a little different to my bows lately, so I cut a strip of the black and white ribbon, probably about 15 or 16 inches, maybe a little longer, because I took it and I just threaded it underneath where the little floral wire is, went in between, and then I just took it, went to the front, and I just tied a little knot. First I folded it in half because it was a little bit wide, so that's optional, but I just think it makes a little bit neater knot in the center. And so tie your little knot and then kind of pull it tight, and then don't forget to dovetail those tails. You do not have to add that extra strip of ribbon. You could hot glue a glitter spider or something like that to the center of your bow, and that would look really cute too. Now I'm attaching my bow, so I'm just threading the floral wire through the Deco mesh. Make sure you go through the Deco mesh and not around it, then go the back and give the wires a few twists, and fold the wires down and cut off the extra part. Now I'm adding a witch hat, and I believe this one came from Tuesday Morning. The hat that you saw at the beginning of the video, I believe I purchased it at Walmart, and I did not want to pull it apart because I like to reuse things, so I just took some floral wire and I wired it to the wreath, the wire wreath form. Next, I cut apart my the witch's Inn sign, and I just hot glued a pipe cleaner to the back of this one, so just be very careful when you're using your hot glue. Let it dry, and then you're ready to attach your sign, and I just threaded it through the Deco mesh, went to the back and gave the wires a few twists, and that's it, guys. Oh, I also added a orange glitter spider. I forgot that, and so I had to go back and add it, and I also had planned to add a few more, but I thought it had enough going on that I didn't need to add anything else to this wreath. Make sure you go back and fluff the loops on your bow. Make sure your tails look good when you hang up your wreath on your door, and that's it, guys. I hope everyone is doing good, and I will see you again soon.